Hey everybody, it's Whatever Wednesday. I'm Greg, he's Ben, and today we have a 30-second review of a rye. Bring it on in, Ben.
All right, we've got BAM. This is Grand Traverse Distillery.
I've never heard of such a place.
Most people watching probably haven't, which is why this is a terrible idea to do this whiskey on the channel. But if you do have access to this, if you live in the Michigan area, this is a Michigan distillery, so that's why it's probably not available all over the country, but I sometimes like to learn about these whiskeys in case I travel to a place and I want to know if it's...
Speaking of travel, imagine like you're watching a video about Ireland. Mm-hmm. I mean, most people haven't been there, but they're still interested.
Sure.
I mean, Grand Traverse Distillery in Michigan has got to be incredibly interesting and people search for it.
So that's not to be confused with Traverse City.
Really?
Distillery, I think. As far as I know, they're two different distilleries. So we stopped into the gift shop for this distillery. They had like a little store in Mackinac City. This is actually 100% rye mash bill, and it's finished in sherry casks. So check out the color on that right off the bat.
Wow.
I mean, it looks like
looks
like red wine almost.
Burnt amber.
Yeah. So this is going to be an interesting one. And again, I know a lot of people probably don't have too much access to this,
but maybe finish, rye is another finished rye.
Yeah, but you could certainly maybe order it. I don't know.
Who knows?
And obviously, I've had some of this, but. Yeah, it's been sitting on the shelf for a while, so why not knock out a review of it?
Totally agree.
Very rye forward. There is some sweetness coming off of the finish, I think.
Rye forward,
the barrel finish.
But I'm getting the vanilla and the caramel, which is kind of whiskey bourbon-y kind of notes.
Yeah.
Did not get any grape notes.
Like from the wine barrel finish?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm with you.
That time I did.
I was going to say, I'm getting a little bit of that, but I'm with you on the vanilla. I'm not getting the caramel so much. A little vanilla. Yeah, it does kind of have that grapey cognac vibe a little bit.
A little bit. It's subtle, though.
All right, let's go in for the taste here. Cheers. I really like this, actually.
I like this a lot.
I should drink this more often.
It's really hard to describe.
It's a different whiskey, isn't it?
Kind of a grape forward flavor. Then it goes into rye, so it's spicy and whiskey, but it doesn't have the sweetness from a bourbon.
Yeah, it's definitely, you get a lot of rye, kind of that rye sting a little bit.
Yep.
I don't mean that in a bad way.
But then it finishes with that, and we described this recently in another video. It's like black licorice without the actual black licorice flavor. The finish is the rye note.
So it's the texture of licorice. It's just chewy.
It's called anise, the seasoning or sweetness.
Oh, yeah.
The spice, anise spice.
Is it anise or anise?
I don't know.
Make the obvious joke.
Exactly.
Anyway, you know what is? I would recommend this actually. This is a really interesting whiskey.
How much was it?
I think it was like $50.
Yeah, smaller distillery.
Yeah.
And it's double cask.
For a craft distillery, what's the proof on this bad boy? 100 proof. For a craft distillery especially, and I believe this is their own distillate, if I remember correctly. We actually talked to the guy for a while, sampled some bourbon and some of their other stuff. And I picked up a bottle of this just because it was something different. And I think this is actually the first rye I ever bought. But yeah, look at the color. I don't know if you can pick that up on the video, but it is dark. It looks like a bottle of Coke.
It's dark and it's red. It has a very distinct red flavor.
Yeah, I mean, that is really, really taken a lot of influence from the second barrel.
Totally agree.
So if you're in Michigan, I think they're up, I was up in the UP. And I know Traverse City is not in the UP, but it's in northern.
I don't know if I've never been to Michigan.
So I think it's in Traverse City, but yeah, this is really good actually. I haven't gone to this one in a while. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have to change that.
Oh, reading reviews in the comments. Thanks for leaving comments. Mm-hmm. People asked us to start giving our bourbons and everything else a number.
Oh, that's right.
So I think I'm gonna give this a 306. Don't know why.
Okay. I'm gonna go like 372 and a half.
Good number.
And that's out of,
No.
I don't know.
Just let it go.
Yeah, just a number.
Yeah,
372 and a half.
They asked for a number, you got a number.
There you go. Ask and you will receive from the
Totally.
Bourbon Note. This would actually be an interesting one to send maybe some samples out to
that's a good idea.
Patreon subscribers or some other channels.
Totally agree.
To have people review it and just check it out if they don't have access to it.
Yep.
Did order some sample bottles, so we will have some sample stuff coming up for Patreon folks. So if you're subscribed to our Patreon, look forward to that. Thank you very much. If you're not, head on over there and check it out.
There's a link in the description below.
Is it below or is it?
Well, it depends on if you're on your phone or like.
Okay, it's in there somewhere.
That's right.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, this has been our 30-second review of Grand Traverse Distillery's Old George. Count it down. How are we?
28, 29. I'm Greg. Thanks for watching.
I'm Ben.